this is the next video in the series for dimensions in SolidWorks. We're going to do a completely fake mock Picatinny rail, and what we're going to do, we're going to make some sort of widget that would bolt onto a gun. And for all you gun people out there, I like guns. I don't know the technical names for what I'm building, but this is just a mock project to help the beginning SolidWorks user for dimensioning. So we'll get started here. So I went online and I got the specs for a Picatinny rail off of Commons, wikimedia.org, and so I actually have it on my other screen here. I'll pull it over for a second so you can see it. Right there is the information I got. And so we're going to go ahead and start. We're going to start on the front plane. And I'm going to go ahead and sketch up this shape. And I'll make that a construction line so I can mirror across. And let's see here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and continue to shape this thing. And we'll just work through this. I didn't think I wanted that point, but I actually do want it because I want to make that corner sharper. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn on, where are they? Curvature combs, just so I can see what the bend looks like here. And I want to do settings. Where are those at? No, not so much there. It's the density. So this will just give me my the points where it changes color, and I don't like the color of the curvature combs. Hopefully we can change them here. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'll find that out later. So it looks like this has got sort of a kink right here. Let me see if I can bring this down a little bit. Yeah, we'll do something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and mirror these components because I know they need to be mirrored. and then I'm going to start dimensioning according to what the spec says online. And so according to what they've got online, let's see, this is 90 degrees, so we're going to set this to, not sure why they're not showing up, but perpendicular is what I'm looking for. And then they've got some parameter that basically says in a certain zone it has, they've got these crossing points that define the shape. Oh, don't want it in the middle. Well, maybe that didn't pick middle. So they've got this set up as 0.108. And this would represent, you know, some sort of typical project. I'm going to change the units, the overall. And we want that to be 1. Okay, and what they're saying is that where this line touches right here, this dashed line is 0.748 plus or minus 0.002, so I'm going to make that 0.75. And I'm going to make sure that we'll get that evened out here in a minute. These two are going to be equal. And then we're going to make this point and this point vertical. And we're going to make this and this. And what are we going to do there? So this dimension is called out as 0.164, and it can be minus 20 thousandths. And this dimension is 0.367 min. So we're going to go 375. And they have, I was looking for a fancier way to do it, but I'm just going to do it simply. They have this set up as 90 degrees and then it's 45 off of the center, so I need to take this and make it 45. And last but not least, this here is marked as 0.617. Can be up to 10 thousandths under. So I'm going to leave it at 0.617. So I basically have the Picatinny rail spec'd out. What I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to set this distance here. Undo. What I really don't want to do is I don't want to lose this shape, so I'm going to move it into where I think it should be. I'll reconnect it here in a minute. Somewhere about there. Let's try that again. So I'm going to go ahead and try to move this. first I'm going to drop that dimension out. Doesn't like that. Try it again. Alright, it's the dimension that kept screwing it up. I don't know why that became disassociated, but we'll just remirror it. And then we'll dimension this out first so it doesn't affect my spline shape. I like the looks of that. Yeah, that works. And I'm going to drop the curvature comb. Yeah, I'm going to drop the curvature comb for right now. So let's see here. I'm going to sketch out an arc that's going to represent the barrel or whatever it's mounting to. And we'll give this a dimension here. And we'll go ahead and start trying to dimension this spline so that we get it to be fixed. Here, actually go off that point. So I'm just trying to get some of this stuff locked down a little bit. And once I like the numbers, I'm going to go ahead and fix this point. Dimension out that center point there. Nope, too much. Sorry about the silence, I'm just looking to see what I do and don't like about it. Minus 135. We're going to go ahead and fix that one. So one thing I don't like about Solidworks in this particular type of spline, they're real jumpy. So I want to make that, I don't want it to invert like that, but I want to make it as hard of a corner as I can. So we're going to come in here and draw that back if I can do it without screwing the spline up. What do we got here? I liked it before. Back it up. Yeah, not wonderful. I think I'm going to be satisfied with that shape there. You can fool around with that thing all day long. So we're going to go ahead and mirror that over to the other side. Now typically when I mirror splines, they tend to blow the sketch up. We'll see if this does it or not. Hopefully, oops, that's supposed to be locked down. Hopefully this doesn't blow up. Yeah, it doesn't like it. So I'm going to try to figure out what it doesn't like. So I think I am going to cheat here. You know, it's just one of those dumb SolidWorks workarounds. I wish that they would get that shit figured out. But I'm going to go ahead and cheat. So I'm going to go ahead and extrude this, and then the reason I put that in is I'm going to flip this over, this portion of the model, because I don't want to go back and trim all this stuff out and have a bunch of these things that are attached to points. They're going to disappear, and so instead of going backwards, I'm just going to move forward. So we're going to extrude this, and I hit the S key, which is a shortcut button, and we're going to go ahead and extrude this, and we'll go mid plane, and we'll go like 6 inches. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to mirror this over. We'll see. Mirror faces. That one. Of course it doesn't like that. So I could cut this part in half and mirror it. In fact, let's try that and see if it keeps these two faces, this one and this one. If this was a curve and I didn't want to split down the middle, what I'd probably do is something like this. And then I would do something like this. So when you offset a face at 0, it copies it. And now I'm going to mirror this body about the right plane. And I'm going to... The whole purpose behind this is if I had some sort of complex surface, and I needed to keep this face intact, this is a way to do it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to see if I can extend this surface. Pick the edge, come on. Alright, we're going to undo the surface knit first because it's seeing it as being stitched together. We're going to try it again. Surface, extend. We're going to do it down at the other end. Alright, so back up here at the delete face, I'm going to delete this face too. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a planar face. We'll knit this together first. Insert. I don't do this all that often, so that's why I'm a little slow at it. We're going to knit again. All in an effort to preserve, oops, did I not ask it to form solid? Oh, and we have a surface body, so we'll delete that.